Hey, Grub Gun here, I'm back. Oh my gosh, it seems like forever since I made a video. But I've been working and fucking, my parents have been away on vacation, so I've been driving back and forth and looking after their fucking cat. Called D'Lo Brown. And the cat fucking hates everybody. It's like 16 years old, it's like on the verge of death. It's not that fun to look after. But so I just haven't really felt like doing a video. So fucking sue me, right? So I got a package in the mail, and it's part of a trade thing from TheOcarina Fella. Link in the description. I'll do all that shit that you do when you get a trade thing. And I've got a couple things that I have to send him. I haven't sent them yet because I'm fucking lazy. You know, I've already said it 100 times in my fucking videos. If you're doing a trade with me, well, you know, don't fucking stare at your calendar wondering when it's going to show up, because I'll let you know when I fucking sent it. I'm a little broke, right? I'm not really broke, but I mean, I'm some of these packages, like the Chad Bailey package and shit, it's going to cost a fortune to send. So, you know, it's going to take a while. I got 3 or 4 shit things to fucking mail out. It's coming. It's coming. You know what I mean? Nothing's urgent. It's not like I'm sending fucking medical supplies or something, and it's like, you know, if you don't get your fucking kidney, you're gonna die. So, you know. But Ocarina Fella sent me a couple things. A lovely note here, written on an envelope. Nothing in the envelope, I don't think. Maybe he sent me some money as well. That'd be interesting. No, the envelope's empty. So yeah, I'll show you what he got me, and then I was just gonna fucking bullshit for however long I can bullshit for, because I'm not holding anything else up. No, that's not true. I'll hold a couple things up, but it's part of the fucking what I'm gonna bullshit about, and I don't even know how long I can bullshit about it for. So, you know, the last 2 videos I've done, I fucking managed to bullshit for 20 minutes or 15 minutes, or I don't even remember. I don't fucking remember. I don't even watch my own fucking videos. So, you know, why would I know how long they are, for fuck's sakes? 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever they are. And, yeah, so, I mean, if I can bullshit for another 10 minutes and fucking pump out some other fucking nonsensical video where I ramble on and yell at myself, why not, you know? Gives a shit. So anyway, Ocarina Fella, link in the description. As is courteous with all fucking trades, you gotta do that. And you also have to send a note. Doesn't have to necessarily be written on a fucking envelope, but some of them are written on receipts. Like I got a Soft Otaku package where it was written on a receipt. I got a package from fucking Sweet Gamer Raz that was written on what appeared to be a bank statement. So, you know, I've had all kinds of shit, all kinds of notes written on all kinds of different things. Really interesting stories. I know. You know, remember to jot them down in your ledger so that you remember the fucking vital points that I'm making right now. Okay, so Jeremy, I hope these games find you well and aren't smashed to fuck. I know you wanted at least one of these games, so enjoy. Goes to show Facebook has some good uses when we can set up awesome trades like this. Take care, bro. Ocarina Fella. Okay, so I read the note. And now I'm going to show what he sent me. I'm sending him a couple of things, which I'm not going to tell you what they are, because you can fucking watch his video whenever he gets them, you know, 2 months from now. Actually, that's not true. I'll send them airmail, because, you know, it's just a couple of, it'll just be in a flat envelope, so it's not like I'm going to have to fucking mail a box to him, and it's going to cost me, you know, an arm and a leg, and fucking I'm going to have to sell a lung in order to fucking mail it to him. And truth be told, I'm not wearing any pants right now, so God help me if I have to stand up, because you don't want to see that. You just don't want to see that. Okay, so he sent me a, I haven't cleaned off the front of this. It's got some sticker residue on it, but I should have cleaned it off, but I'm lazy and I've forgotten. But he sent me a copy of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Now, I have this, but I have a bootleg copy from China. That the manual has, it's basically fucking taken off the internet, just the description of the game. But this is complete, and it's a PAL version, but it doesn't make any difference. You know, it's complete. There's the thing, and you see how it's got the fucking transparent fucking case with all the shit on the inside. And I started playing my bootleg copy, but it felt really bad putting it into my DS, because it was really cheap. Like, I had to fucking really force the cocksucker in there just for it to play. And when it booted up, I should have had it ready to show you what it did when it booted up. It booted up on this blue screen first. There was no Nintendo or anything on it, so it was really cheap. But so I never finished this. So this is kind of nice to have. I really liked Phantom Hourglass. I know there's a lot of controversy with the stylus control of the game, and some people didn't like the fact that you control Link with the stylus, and some people didn't care, like me. I thought it was really neat, because, you know, like with anything Nintendo, you know, they have a touch screen in their new fucking game system, so they shoehorn all the fucking games, all the touchscreen fucking effects into all their games. They're like, okay, you fucking love it or leave it, guys. It's fucking touchscreen. You're fucking using the touchscreen. But yeah, so I haven't played this. I think I killed the first boss, and then I was like, I'm not playing this fucking bootleg thing from fucking China. It only cost me fucking $5. So is there any wonder why it was a bootleg? You know, was I wondering, like, geez, this is really cheap, and the cartridge like bows out on the top. But this is awesome. I am so happy to have this, and it goes good in my collection. So thank you, Carl, for that. This is brilliant shit. I will be playing this fucking sometime in the next 60 years, or prior to my death at least, whichever comes first. And the other one he sent me, now this game in fucking North America, if you tried to buy this game, basically you'd have to fucking prostitute yourself, and fucking, you'd have to sell sex for a living, or be a drug dealer or something, or, you know, be one of those, you know, somebody who fucking makes a lot of fucking money. Because this is one of those games that, for some inexplicable reason, is way too fucking expensive. And it's not even a game. So this is the PAL version of this game. Now, it seems to me like I've looked online, and if you look at the PAL versions of this, you can get them for, I don't know, £20 or something like that, maybe even less. And if you go to fucking Europe, not the UK, if you go to buy a European copy, I mean, they're fucking dirt cheap. It's like they dumped all the fucking stock there. But it's one of those games. It's a Pokemon organizer, and like I said, in North America, you basically have to fucking sell crack for a fucking living. But it's Pokemon Box, Ruby and Sapphire. It doesn't have the memory card in it. I will show you the thingamy. It's got all the shit in it. It's got a cool poster, actually, that shows different Nintendo fucking GameCube games. Got all the shit. It doesn't have the memory card, but, you know, fuck, I've got so many memory cards that I fucking palmed from fucking Value Village over the last 5 years that doesn't really make any difference. I've got stacks of the fucking things. What do I have up there? I can see 3 up there already. So yeah, Pokemon Box, and look, it says at the bottom here, it's weird, man, it says not for resale, for promotional use only, so maybe this is some kind of a rarity, but it's rare anyway, and it's exactly the same as the fucking North American version, because it says 50 or 60 hertz, playable in both, so it's the exact same disc. I mean, well, it says PAL on it, but the fuck, it doesn't matter. Now, I have this, I actually own this. I'm not going to be able to access that, am I? I actually have a Japanese version of this that Soft Otaku sent me. My fucking Christ, I found it. So I've got a Japanese version, which also I don't think has the memory card. No, it doesn't have the memory card in it. But regardless, yeah. So thank you, Carl, for both of these fucking games. I really appreciate it. That's awesome stuff. But you know, it brings the topic now into what are games actually worth? Like, why? Like, it's strange that there's so many, like, it's like I don't want to say double standard, but it's kind of funny because, like, I go out to the thrift store and say I buy games for $3, right? Now, in reality, in actual reality, the game is only worth $3. Even if it's a $60 game on eBay, you only paid $3 for it. So by saying it's worth 60, it's worth 60 if you sell it. Like, I know that's kind of a controversial topic, but you know, and I'm Mr. Controversy anyway. You know me. I love courting controversy. That's what I do. I just you know, I push all the buttons in the wrong places. No, I don't do any of that. But really, I mean, like, unless you're selling it, and some people might remember somebody else saying this on fucking YouTube at some point, but I can't remember when. It was years ago or months ago or something like that. But yeah, like, this is the weird thing. Like, I've got games up there that I paid, like, I paid $100 for my fucking NBA 2K fucking, what was it, that basketball one. Now, if you look on eBay, there's fucking ones on there that are, some people are like, buy it now for $500. That's in worse condition than the one I've got. Now, it's what it's worth to you at the time that you get rid of it for. Like, a couple weeks ago, I went to Value Village and I bought a bunch of games, and one of them was Wind Waker, and I got Symphonia and this and another game I'm sending to Chad Bailey. I paid like $3 or $3.50 or something each for these games. Now, I know that's an expensive game. If you were to go out and try and buy this retail, or whatever the fucking word would be, because you're not going to buy it retail, you're going to buy it at a fucking used game store or off of eBay. It's an expensive game. Like, what? I don't know what. You tell me, because I'm not going to fucking quote. I never did any research. I never fucking do any research, so I don't give a shit, right? But I paid $3.50 for this. Now, if I was going to trade it away on the YouTube here to one of you awesome people on YouTube, I would never, like, if say it was worth $60, I would never fucking ask for $60 worth of shit in return, because I only paid $3.50 for it. And if you really wanted it, and you were willing to trade something for me, and you're trading me back something I really wanted, say it was this, right? Say, like, well, geez, I've only got Spirit Tracks, and I'm like, well, fuck, dude, I really want Spirit Tracks. And if I went out to try and buy Spirit Tracks, that's $20, right? And I paid $3.50 for the game that might be worth $60, and I mail it to you, and you send me something that's worth $20, but we both get something we really want. Where does price come into that? Where does the amount that it's worth actually matter? It doesn't matter unless you're reselling the game to somebody else, and to some other game collector that's willing to pay a premium price for it. Now, I mean, that's the thing. I also got Wind Waker, when a copy of Wind Waker, perfect condition, had all the fucking gubbins in it and shit, and I just sold it yesterday or the day before. I was looking on Craigslist, and there was this guy put up an ad, GameCube games I want, and Wind Waker happened to be one of them. And he said, I'll give you $40 for it. And I was like, how about 30? Because I paid $3, so, you know, 100% fucking profit or whatever it would be. Was it 1,000%? Who knows? Do the math. I'm not fucking mathematician. I don't know what the fucking calculation would be. But I was like, here, fuck, I'll give you a deal. Dude, I'll sell it to you for fucking 30 because you should play this game. Not, you know, because I think you should own this. I've already got it. You know, fuck, I've got it for the Wii U too. But, like, I thought he should play it. You know, saving him $10. I could probably sold it on eBay for more than that. I don't know. I didn't check. But I got $30 for it. $30 in my fucking wallet. I went out and bought other shit, you know? I got a couple of games at fucking EB the other day that cost me less than $30, so that I basically got them for nothing. I got them for $3.50 because I paid $3.50 for Wind Waker. So I then got $30 back, which I'd spent at EB, which means, you know what I mean? Like, my $3.50 investment gained me other things. So it's the thing, like, it's the perspective of what things are actually worth. You know, it's hard to say, like, do you get my point? Like, I know games are worth a lot. Like I said, I've got a huge stack of games down here. PS2 role-playing games that I got, it must have been a month ago now. And Chad Bailey looked up the prices for me, and he's like, the way that I showed him the games, and he added them up on some kind of price guide, I don't remember, but using some kind of fucking price guide. And I would take it that these are US prices. Now, I paid $30 for all of them. There's 6 or 7 games there. Maybe 8 games, I don't know. And he said that the price guide's showing the value of these games at $210 fucking dollars. So, I mean, if you think about it, I made a profit. But if I keep them, I'm not making any profit at all. I'm still out $30. It doesn't matter how much they're worth if you keep them on your shelf. Worth is only worth until you trade it away. You know, like, that, until you want to sell it. Do you know what I mean? I was just thinking about that. It's just kind of like, what's it worth to you? You know, like the NBA 2K3 or college hoops or whatever was to me worth $100. To other people, might not be worth $100 because it's just a fucking sports game. But it just, to me, it happens because it's the rarest GameCube game, and it was relatively cheap based on the fucking research that I'd been doing about the game. And now, if you look, the prices for it, so, like I said, I've seen some on there for fucking ridiculous prices since I bought it. And so, it was worth $100 to me. Now, if somebody said, holy shit, dude, you have that game, that's worth fucking $300, I'll give you $300 for it. That's worth $300 to him. But to me, it's only worth what I paid for it, $100. So, it's a matter of how much profit you really want to make off of what you do. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to resell games, I mean, when I took that $30 from that guy for that Wind Waker, I got the fucking most greedy fucking feeling, like, in my fucking evil heart, I thought, holy shit, I can fucking buy games that are worth more than I'm paying for them and fucking sell them on and get cash to buy more games. And I thought, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling to be able to do that, because you're passing them on to someone else who's a gamer who wants the games. You've done the fucking legwork to go out and get them. You know, wake up at fucking 8 in the morning and go out and fucking go to the fucking stinky fucking thrift store and grab shit. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many, like, strange levels of, like, personal morality going on there. At least for me, anyway. I mean, it's just one of those things. I was just saying, you know, like, what is a game really worth? How do you gauge what it's worth? Do you gauge what it's worth off of fucking Nintendo Age? Do you gauge what it's worth off of the fucking price guide online, off of Amazon, off of eBay, off of what someone else is willing to pay for it? You know, it's so odd, because it's not really, it's only worth what you paid for it until you sell it. And then it's worth whatever they paid for it to them, because it's all personal worth. So anyway, that's it. I know it's not really that good of a topic of conversation, and I've just fucking basically wasted now 19 minutes of your life fucking talking about, you know, buying a game for $3 and selling it for 30. But, you know, whatever. Make of it what you want, you know. It doesn't matter. I needed something to talk about that wasn't a fucking pickup video, and this definitely isn't a pickup video, so there's just that. So, you know, I'd say tell me what you think about fucking what do you think games are worth, but you don't really have to do that either, you know what I mean? So thanks to fucking Carl Ocarina Fella for these 2 awesome games. I'm going to add them to my fucking collection. Ooh. I'm going to stick them in a pile, basically. And, yeah. Link in the description. And thanks for watching this non-pickup video. It's going to go to the 20 minutes and do that jump cut thing. So I'm going to tie a can to it right now. So this has been Grub Gun. Fuck off, everyone. And I am signing out. See you later.